Greetings, Libra, and welcome to your divinely guided room reading here for the week. And in your energetic past, we have Manas right away. This is a lot of wrestling maybe with ideas, concepts, notions, theories of where you stand in the world, attachments to labels, attachments to outcomes of things, belief systems, knowing what comes around, goes around. This is the rune of mankind, Manas. Now, Manas looks like your joy or your clan flag facing another person's or another energy, and citing a definition of other than. Do I add to it? Do I defense from it? Now, with this being in your energetic past, I would assume that this energy is you've already moved on from it. So you were looking for more of that stability and the clarity and transmutation of these energies. More like, where do I stand in my collective? Where do I stand with this other energy that I might need to change a definition of that, or attachment to something that I have a preconceived notion of, or something like a challenge or a blessing to that aspect here, Libra. So it sounds a little confusing, yes, I know, but this is more about labels, ideals, faith, or not necessarily faith, but like attachment to the way things should be, or the way you think things are, because we all understand each other only at the level of the other person, or the person's ability to receive. So are you open to receiving this clarity and definition, or have you been stuck in your where do I stand? Where am I in life? Where am I in the collective? Where am I with my tribe? Things like that. So take what resonates here, Libra, leave what doesn't, but in your energetic now is more of the rune of the ancient ox rune, the aurochs. This is Urus. This is a lot more momentum in the energy, checking in with your health, like maybe realizing maybe that you need to just work on your healthy aspects, the energies that you surround yourself with, right? What's your self thoughts? What's your self talk? Those matter. What are you surrounding yourself with online, like your social media? What energies, what friends do you have in your life that you surround yourself with? It's not just what you eat or drink. This is emotional. This is spiritual. This is physical. This is all of it in health, and recognizing that there's this momentum going on in your life. So with whatever this clarity or this definition aspect of is calling you to get more like sure-footed into your journey, because things are picking up pace, and it's either going to leave you in the dust, or you're going to be traveling with this energy into your better health. This could be blessings or challenges with aspects of health, or how you're moving forward. Is it grounded? Is it in divinely guided ways? Okay, Libra? So with this in your energetic near future is the rune of Yera. Yera is the rune of the harvest, the rune of the cyclical nature. This is more of kind of like what that goes around comes around. This is almost like learning lessons. What you sow is what you reap. So with the rune of the harvest of Yera here, at the end of the year, we always make a harvest. And with the harvest, we always want to assess our crop and learn our lessons. What we sow is what we reap. How do we do better next cycle? This is that pause in between cycles where it's a learning period. You're assessing and you're learning a lot of these lessons, knowing that whatever this was and you're doing here is exactly what you're going to reap the benefits or the challenges of right here in your near future. So your path is totally up to you here, Libra. All right, don't overthink it so much. In your influence of the now here, Libra, is the rune of Righto is more of that movement energy. This is that clan flag again, but it grew a leg, and this leg is is saying, okay, you're grounded here. You're in your joy, your sense of bliss, and everything like that, but you're in lockstep with that leg grown. You're in constant step with unison with now, with divine source, with your divinely guided source blueprint. You're responding to the nowness of the energies rather than reacting. This is calling you to not resist the energetic flow of things. You're being more called to be more present right now. This could mean leaving unhealthy thought processes, right? Stagnant energies, unhealthy energies for you, right? Realizing that what you surround yourself with, right, is a lot to do with your health. So when this is indicative of change of house, spouse, or careers, because you're not surrendering yourself, you're not handing over the energetic reins of your life to some unknown entity saying, I'm just going to react to whatever this is. That's not being present, okay, Libra? That isn't, but when you're in this in a healthy way, this is more like leaving behind those discordant, stagnant type of unhealthy type of energies, unhealthy labels and attachments, 3D aspects like, well, this is a lot of reactionary or maybe programmed information that you're kind of ridding yourself of, and being able to finally move on with your life, learning these lessons. Okay. Again, I want to reestablish, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this reading resonates, consider a private session to explore your path, your energy, and the guidance of the runes more deeply. Each comment, share, or subscription helps this work reach more seekers like you who are looking for clarity and growth. Thank you all for showing up, for engaging, and for honoring your journey. Together, we are strengthened in this circle of awakening. And your advice for the now, Libra, is in null these. Null these sounds like now this. And this is about addressing needs, constraints, limitations. This is more of things that come up along your divinely guided path, like this log that crosses the path when you're going on your divinely guided path. It's a need, constraint, or limitation that has to be addressed. Things pop up. Life happens, right? We get a flat tire, or we have this document that needs to be re-looked at because we didn't dot an I or cross a T. So this is being diligent to your perceived wants versus your actual needs, your actual limitations versus your fears or your perceived limitations, thinking that your opinions are what dictates your energies, when in truth you're only lying to yourself, and you need to really balance that out right now in your life, Libra. So this is huge work for you, to enable you to learn these lessons and move on with a new cycle, right? You're kind of closing out a chapter here, recognizing, kind of having a reality check here, honestly, and you're kind of balancing out your needs, constraints, limitations. Yeah, you're called to do that. And a lot of this is mental hang-ups, emotional hang-ups, health hang-ups. What you think is healthy for you might not be the healthiest thing for you. All right, stay open, remain in divine guidance, divine flow. Make sure that the steps forward are healthy as you gain momentum into this. All right, but address those, balance out those needs, constraints, limitations. What you get in the outcome is beautiful, Libra. This is an irreversible rune. So this is going to determine how much you're able to, be flexible, right? And be durable, be strong. And how you address this is how much of the positive aspects of this you get to incur in your life. So this is Ewas. This is Aiwas. I always, they sound very similar. Ewas and Aiwas. So this Aiwas, this is the U branch, the U tree, the U rune, and the UYEW. That's a very flexible, very strong, very durable type of tree that you get to embody through addressing these needs, constraints, limitations. You're being a lot more flexible, strong, and durable. And in the outcome, because you are healing these aspects of yourself, you're you're not being rigid and saying, oh no, I have my mind made up about this, or no, it's this way with me, right? You're opening yourself up to what are my actual needs, constraints, limitations. You're being a lot more durable and strengthened as a result. And through that, you get a lot of lessons learned, right? You're recognizing that with this axis that you're in the middle of a revolution. Honestly, you're a self-revolution. And this is you learning these lessons. I mean, as you gain this durability and strength, you're not really being the quickest learner here in my mind's eye here, Libra, because you're in your head about a lot of this, or you think you have your mind made up and you have these definitions clear when you're actually being challenged with them. Okay, so the outcome of this is how well you address these needs, constraints, limitations, and how you're being influenced and responding and not reacting to these types of challenges with health and remaining in flow, remaining present. Okay, Libra, let's get a card of clarity from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Spirit, straight from Source, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Libra need to hear for this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Indecision. Wow. Okay, Libra, this, to me, I'm a Gemini, and to me, speaking to a Libra, this, I'm sorry to call you out, but yeah, this to me describes a lot of, it's not really, it looks like indecision to me, but a lot of it is just you're weighing things in your mind. You're making sure everything is balanced, but according to what, Libra? According to what? According to you? According to what was dictated here? Or is this going to be a beautiful new beginning of a cycle here for you? All right, so indecision says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So yeah, tuning into your intuition will help you with balancing out those needs, constraints, and limitations. So let me find the card page here and read more about this definition. Okay, Libra, your soul is spirit manifest in a physical dimension. Even though you may feel limited by constraints of your body, your connection to the infinite wisdom of the universe is always available to you in the form of intuition. You are never alone when making any decision. Spirit only wants what's best for you. And by listening to your inner voice, you'll always be guided to the proper outcome. All you have to do is ask. The expectation of others is only an illusion. You were not born to listen to fear. You were taught to listen to it. Again, let me repeat that, Libra. You were not born to listen to fear. You were taught to listen to it. Visualize any decision in your life as a fork in the road. How does your body react when you imagine your travels down each path? At first glance, one may look easier to traverse, but the destination will cause anxiety and a heavy heart. Another path may be more difficult to walk, but the destination will feel light and calm. And here's a reminder too, Libra, that it's not about the destination so much as it is about this journey on your path. When you silence your mind and listen to your intuition, the signposts will always be obvious, Libra. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.